Hey buddy, it's Crazy4 and welcome back to some more Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS. In the last one, we went through All-Star Mode as Corrin, another of the DLC fighters in Smash 4. And this time around, we're going to be heading through All-Star Mode one last time by going through with Bayonetta. So yeah, let's have a little fun with Bayonetta and see what happens. So Bayonetta, I'm definitely gonna be going with her original Bayonetta skin. The question is, do I want to go with the standard one or do I want to go with one of the alternate ones? Honestly, I'm a little bit basic, so I think we're gonna start off. We're just gonna go in with the standard Bayonetta from Bayonetta 1. So yeah, let's do it. And let's see how it goes. So yes, final All-Star Mode run through, and we're getting Boxing Ring once more, which honestly I'm fine with. Give me Boxing Ring over Jungle Japes any day of the week. Definitely the best stage we can get here in All-Star Mode, at least for the first stage. But yeah, so the final All-Star Mode run through, finally, it takes the time. It's what, 58 characters that we have to go through with? So, you know, it's definitely gonna take time. But we're here finally at the end, and I'm very excited about this. I'm very, very freaking excited that we're here finally finishing up All-Star Mode. With Bayonetta nonetheless, who is a character that I've never really been super confident in playing as. He's never been a character I've always been really ecstatic to play, to say the least. I can sort of respect the people that play Bayo, but I just can't do it myself. It's a difficult character for me to like fully know how to properly use. But you know what, I do sometimes use Bayo and it's just pretty fun. But of course, as per usual, let's go through some more trivia, as Bayo's gonna have quite a bit of trivia actually. So, to start things off, Bayonetta and Cloud are the only characters to change weapons as part of their alternate costumes. In Bayonetta's case, her A Witch with No Memories costume has her using the Scarborough Fair rather than Love is Blue. They are also the only characters in Smash 4 who pose differently in their artwork when wearing alternate costumes that change their outfits. Her pose in her artwork for her A Witch with No Memories costume is based on her artwork for her appearance in Anarchy Reigns. I'm pretty sure this is the A Witch with No Memories and the Bayonetta 1 costume. Pretty sure that's what it's talking about. If a battle ends while Bayonetta is speaking through a taunt, it can still be heard even over the announcer. This also happens with Wii Fit Trainer. And if she grabs a hammer or golden hammer with her forward aerial and stops the attack in mid-air without performing all 3 hits, the hammer's music will not play. So, yeah, so right now some pretty interesting points. We went a little bit overboard there with 4 points, but the next piece is gonna be pretty big. I want that to be like its own section, you know what I'm saying? Damn! One up smash just demolished Rob. Goodness me. Bayonetta is definitely gonna have a lot of power behind her, especially with those not even just up smashes, but like especially with those smash attacks of hers. She does have a lot of power and a lot of really good combo potential. Obviously, I'm not one who's really familiar with her combos and like how she performs them, so I'm not going to be able to pull them off super easily, but I could definitely see a lot of the different combo potential that she has in her arsenal. She is, if you know how to use her, I feel like she can definitely be a really, really fun character to play as. Absolutely. But it's if you know how to use her. If you don't, then it's kind of a struggle, I'm not going to lie. Okay. That's another match going through pretty well. Is that Keldeo? I love Keldeo. Good Pokemon. Alright, next piece of trivia. What do we have? This is going to be a big one, so bear with me. Some of Bayonetta's animations outside of her attacks reference the Bayonetta series. When Bayonetta jumps, she leaves behind a blue Umbra Witch symbol and emits a magenta Umbra Witch symbol when she lands. However, she does not emit the symbol during her double jump. Her on-screen appearance is a reference to when she enters Purgatorio, as she appears within the realm via the Umbra Witch's symbol. The animation of Bayonetta pulling out her guns is also based on a cutscene in Chapter 1 of Bayonetta 1, where she pulls out Scarborough Fair in preparation for combat against the Affinity and Applaud Angels. Her crouch is a reference to the breakdance technique, where she strikes a similar pose at the end of the attack. Her ability to wall cling, yes, she can wall cling, references the Witch Walk ability usable by Umbra Witches during a full moon. When she plucks grass, she will uproot the item with a kick and then grab it in midair, much like how she picks up angel and demon weapons from the ground in the Bayonetta's games. She also transitions through this animation slower than every other character in Smash 4. Her sidesteps animation is based off her Love is Blue weapon taunt from Bayonetta 2. Her pose, the pose Bayonetta assumes when having her attacks interrupted with another attack is based off her Kafka weapon taunt from Bayonetta 2. She has a idle pose once she stops any grounded attack, which returns to her standard idle pose after a few seconds. This is based on her attack pose from the Bayonetta series. Her arms down position is used when she is not attacking, while holding her guns up with her guns, or holding her arms up with her guns, and placing one foot on its toe is the pose she takes after performing attack animations. Performing attack animations in the Bayonetta games will have Bayonetta take her attack pose for a few seconds before reverting into her idle pose. After using the assist trophy or the special flag, Bayonetta will blow a kiss. This could be a reference to the Infernal Kiss ability, which enables her to break down divine barriers, or her target lock-on animation. And finally, when damaged, roses appear around her body, where starburst-shaped effects would normally appear. This references how in the Bayonetta games, those who are damaged and have blood drawn will have it turn into something different before being blown away. In Bayonetta's case, rose petals fly off of where she would normally bleed, which makes her and Joker and Ultimate the only characters in the Smash Bros. Series to reference external bleeding. Whew, yeah, so you probably expected to have a big trivia point like that, but we got through it. Took a little bit, but we got through it, and yeah. It's still very interesting to learn about the different references that these characters have to their home series, for sure. Oh yeah, but now back to actually playing the game for once, which I'm very excited about, because I don't really get to play Bayo super often. Again, it's not really a character I typically choose in matches, but I do sort of enjoy Bayo to an extent. It depends on the match, obviously, and it also depends on like what I'm doing, right? Let's say like All-Star mode, that was a beautiful spike. All-Star mode and the Classic mode, for example, I think are two really solid modes where I can just like have fun and just goof around with Bayo. But like in actual matches, that's where I do struggle. That is absolutely where I do struggle. I was facing the wrong way, and now Viridi's gonna show up. Great. Can't wait to have this. Please, Yoshi, please, leave. I don't want to do this match. I hate this part of the stage so much. Thank you. Kind of like how I was lowering myself, but I still, yeah, it was pretty cool. I don't know. All right, not bad, not bad. Go through very, very swiftly for sure. All right, next piece of trivia. Bayonetta is the only newcomer in Smash 4 to have one voice clip when being KO'd via blast lines. Bayonetta, Mr. Game Watch, and Wii Fit Trainer are the only three characters in Smash 4 with unique sound effects for charging their charging their Smash tags. As you can see, that's how she sounds. I don't know how to replicate the sound, but you get the general gist. Yeah, pretty interesting though. I don't know why some characters have like different charging sounds for the smash attacks, but I think it's cool. Adds definitely a little bit of difference between some fighters, and like especially if like it's a fighter coming from like a specific game that might just in general have like a lot of different sound effects, and they want to like portray that in Smash. Then it's cool to like have that present in the game. All right, now we're playing on Corneria with these guys, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with playing on Corneria. Obviously would rather play on Dreamland 64, absolutely. But Corneria is still a fun one to play on for sure. Bam, that kills. And this kills, beautiful. Those smash attacks are gonna do so much. They really do a lot of damage and knockback. It's insane. So yeah, very excited to just like demolish every one of those attacks. All right, next piece of trivia. Bayonetta possesses unique technical data. She is the first character in the Smash Bros. Series to have a smash tag that is a meteor smash that works on aerial targets, and is not part of an automatic combo that negates the downward knockback. She is one of two characters that can affect opponents who have invincibility frames, such as those from the Superstar item or from dismounting a revival platform thanks to Witch Time. The other is Luigi in Brawl with Negative Zone, but unlike Witch Time, time, Negative Zone can also dismount opponents from the revival platform. Damn, I didn't know Negative Zone was that crazy. Bayonetta and Ryu are the only characters whose neutral attacks require multiple button presses in order to be fully performed. In Bayonetta's case, merely holding the attack button triggers her bullet arts. As you can see, yeah. You hold down the button and she just does the attacks. Which is pretty cool. I do kind of like that functionality for Bayo. Pretty interesting for sure. But yeah, Bayonetta's always been like a really cool character to have in a series. Yeah, I mean, I've always enjoyed having a character like this. I've always seen stuff about the Bayonetta games, obviously, you know, throughout the years, especially the first game. That's like the one I know of the most, or I've seen stuff of the most. But I never really taken the time to play the series myself. But I've always like saw Bayonetta, I'm like, yeah, this is a really cool character. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. I feel like I'm someone who can like not really have much experience with a character, whether it be like playing their games or whatnot, but still enjoy when that character like shows up in like a thing like Smash, for example. I think that's really freaking cool. Definitely gives him a really good opportunity. I know how much of an influential character this is as well. So yeah, it's pretty sick. Pretty freaking sick. But I definitely want to like try out the Bayonetta games at some point. I do own Bayonetta 2 and 1, I'm pretty sure. I have the Nintendo Switch ports of those two games, so I definitely want to try them out at some point, absolutely. They look really enjoyable, they really do. But yeah, definitely at some point, definitely on my backlog. Hey, you know what, maybe at some point I'll get back into first place, and I'll do a first play of those two games, for sure. Let's grab an Ant-Man real quick before we head in, or before we read some more trivia. Alright, continuing on. Although difficult to hear, Bayonetta's guns will emit their respective firing sound effects. Her default costume uses a Love is Blues firing sound effect from Bayonetta 2, whereas her A Witch with No Memories costume uses Scarborough Fair's firing sound effect from Bayonetta. Bayonetta, Ryu, Cloud, Corrin, and Roy's voice clips are in much lower quality than the rest of the cast in Smash for 3DS. So another one, we've heard this one many times already. Don't know why they did that, but I guess they did. But yeah, so I never really knew that. Again, I guess it really takes like either like a diehard Bayonetta fan or just someone who's just very, very heavy and just like being able to hear stuff, because like the fact that she actually has differences in her firing sound effects is crazy. I never even knew that until reading that trivia point. It's pretty funny. That's pretty funny all this time, and I just found out about that. That's pretty interesting. I do like Bayonetta's like different combos that you can do, and I can like hold out the certain attacks with her just to like prioritize the bullet arts if you want. The bullet arts aren't like anything crazy, they don't like do any knockback or whatever, but they are enjoyable for getting like that little piece of like extra damage on like a faraway opponent or something. I think sometimes, depending on the bullet art, they can do some knockback, but like barely anything. Kind of like, almost like a weaker, I guess sort of like a weaker Falco's Blaster. I guess, yeah, that kind of makes a lot more sense. Or maybe something similar to like Me Gunner's Blaster. I think that's a much more closer resemblance, I guess. Also, Ricardo, what are you doing? He just, I don't even know what this son of a gun is doing. What he's pulling off. He's just doing some goofy stuff. Kill him? Ah, that up air didn't hit. That's so stupid. Hold up. Watch this. Watch this. And back air. There we go. That back air from Bayo is such a deadly hit. I love it so much. Alright, we have one final match to go through, and then we could finally end off All-Star Mode. Damn. Crazy how we're finally here at the end of All-Star Mode, man. Whew, it feels good. It feels very, very good. But, continuing on, or to end things off. In an interview with Masahiro Sakurai, he stated that including Bayonetta in the game was not an easy task. He had trouble coming up with a unique moveset for her in the game, so he instead opted to bring in her attacks directly from Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2, which explains why she is a combo-based fighter instead of having the standard 1 or 2 hit attacks most characters have. He also stated that he initially had trouble balancing Bayonetta's sexual nature to fit the game's age rating in Japan, as even the slightest sexual exposure exposure would have boosted the game's family rating to a more mature one. I feel like they should have just gone all out, made it a teen game like they did with Brawl and Melee. I don't know why they didn't, but I guess to kind of like cater to a larger audience, I guess. And finally, Bayonetta is the only character to speak when performing a spot dodge, or she might say dreadful. Can I hear it? Maybe when you would try to attack her and she does the attack and she does the dodge, that's when she probably says the word dreadful. But yeah, there you have it. That's all of Bayonetta's trivia. And now it's time to fight on Arena Ferox. You know what? As far as I'm concerned, we didn't really get any bad stages this time around, I will say. I think overall the stages have been very solid. There haven't been every single... Okay, aside from like Reset Bomb Force, that's like the only one I really wish we, you know, got something else, because I really do not like that stage. I really don't. I will say though, that's like the only one I feel like I'm... Okay, that and Distant Planet. I guess we did have like 2 stages, but still. Distant Planet, Reset Bomb Force, the only 2 stages that I will say were like, you know, not super enjoyable to play on. But overall, I think the stages this time around were pretty fine. Pretty good. We got Punch-Outs, or Boxing Ring I should say, for the first match again, which I'm definitely not complaining about. We haven't got Jungle Japes in like a century, which, hey, that's great. Hate that stage with a passion. Then what do we had? We had a Reset, obviously. We had Corneria afterwards. Again, would have liked Dreamland 64, absolutely. Or even Green Hill. Green Hill would have been a lot of fun, but I was perfectly fine. Perfectly fine with having Corneria. And after that, I'm actually kind of forgetting. It was not Midgard. What was the one we fought? Like Bayonetta, not Bayonetta, Cloud, and whatnot, and I forgot, it was in the Pokemon League, right? I don't even remember, I'm blanking right now on what stage we fought those guys on. But yeah, we fought them on a stage, and I don't think it was all that bad, and Distant Planet came around. But no, we have Arena Ferox, which honestly might be the best stage that we have access to for this final one, for this final match. I think so, at least. It's definitely better than Gar Plain, and I guess to an extent, I'd say it's better than Rainbow Road, for sure. But there we have it. That is it. The last All-Star Mode run-through completed, and to end it all off, we hit 2 million points. That is what I'm talking about. Alright, let's get it going. Credits time. Oh, you already know what time it is. Yes, sir. Up air with Bayonetta. What a freaking broken move to have for the credits. Oh, but I'm so happy to have this again. It's so freaking fun. So freaking fun. But yeah, I mean, that's Bayonetta. I mean, like, Bayonetta, again, enjoyable if you know how to play the character. It is definitely a tough character to, like, fully learn how to, like, you know, do well with. But still, can be very, very fun. I know I have some friends who, like, have played Bayo throughout the years and have, like, enjoyed the character. I think that I have, like, 2 in particular that at least I know of that have always been, like, not always, but there was a point in Smash 4 where they were big fans of the character and actually played her, sort of often. Yeah, they've kind of, like, stepped away from that, since then, but, you know, I feel like somewhere inside them, they definitely do still like to play Bayo. I feel like I just need to, like, you know, have them bring that out, you know what I'm saying? Bring out that, the demon inside them to get Bayo back out. But yeah, but still, Bayo, very, very fun, very goofy character for sure, but definitely enjoyable nonetheless. I mean, there's a reason why she's, like, literally the top character of the game, of Smash 4, and she has been since her release. So yeah, she goes a little insane, for sure. Well, that's a really interesting picture in the background. Looks like both Bayonettas are, like, humming Luigi to sleep or something. I don't know. That's the dream right there. I wish I was in Luigi's place, absolutely. But yeah, Bayonetta, I do like the first outfit more, the one I'm currently using. I don't know, I've always just liked this one a lot more. Maybe I'm a bit more used to it. Obviously, I grew up with this one, technically, by like watching Bayonetta 1 stuff over the years. But I mean, Bayonetta 2's design is really cool as well. Just something about the Bayonetta 1 design just really speaks more to me, you know what I'm saying? Really does speak more to me. But yeah, there we have it. That is it. The last credits. Literally the last credits we're gonna be seeing in Smash for 3DS. It's pretty crazy, but there we go. There we go, man. Oh my gosh, it feels so weird finally being done with All-Star mode. Well, for now, obviously, but let's go ahead and check out Bayonetta's All-Star mode trophy, her alt trophy. Really cool design. I really like her using her up special. But here we have it. If you use Bayonetta's side special in midair, she'll do a diagonal kick upward that goes through platforms. If you press down just before doing the move, it'll turn into a downward attack. Plus, if you hit an enemy in midair, you can use the attack again before you hit the ground. Great for combos and recoveries. Yeah, so it's a very, the way to like constantly use her recovery, it's possible, but you have to like be really careful with it and be very clever, especially like having to rely on hitting your opponents with the side B and then being able to like do the attack again, you know, so it's not super easy. But again, people who do know how to play Bayo can go insane with like her recovery, and like it's hard to kill her sometimes for sure. But there we go. That is the last All-Star Mode trophy that we're gonna be seeing here in Smash for 3DS. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode of Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS. In the next one, we're gonna be not heading back to All-Star Mode. We're actually going to be starting on a whole new mode, that being Smash Run. I'm very excited for this one. I enjoy Smash Run a lot, so hope you guys are as well. So yes, next episode's episode 1 of Smash Run. And we'll see how it goes. So subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Social media, including the Twitch, second channel, music channel, VOD channel. It's all down below in the description. And I will be seeing you guys in the next one. Pop-Tart out.